This is the Q from Comics Being Sci-Fi, and I'm here with WWF legend, I'm say the F, legend Gangrel.
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So, first of all, I don't geek out a lot, but I'm going to geek out a little bit just for right now because this guy right here, listen. Okay, so you were a part of one of the greatest stables of all time, The Brood.
Amazing guys, Christian and Edge. Love some Edge.
So tell us how that came about and about your time in it.
How'd it come about? Well, hell, man, that's a long story. I'd spend all day about it, but I got to rewind all the way back to like my character Gangrel, or back to the Vampire Warrior days. So I was a big fan of the movie The Lost Boys. So Luna turned me on to the movie The Lost Boys in like 1989, and I said, oh, that'd be really cool to wrestle as a vampire. Long story short, I started wrestling as the Vampire Warrior. And then throughout all that time, I pitched it to WWF, pitched it. They didn't get it. We don't understand this vampire stuff, and I don't think the world's gonna understand it. I tried to explain to them that vampires are cool. It don't matter if you win, lose, or whatever. As long as you look cool doing it, people are gonna like you. And they're like, we still don't get it. Then finally, about '98, they got it. And I think it was more Bruce Pritchard and Tom Pritchard. Okay. And with the help of Vince Russo, they kind of like said, we're picking up what you're laying down. You know what I mean? So then the whole time I kept saying, well, I was a big Freebird fan. You know the Freebirds? So Lost Boys, Freebirds. I said, you need a little group. Like, you can make a little group of them. As long as they're cool, it don't matter if they lose every night. And they said, we don't get it. But then, well, we're going to do it. And they did it, and then you got The Brood. There you go. Yeah.
Used to come out, spit the blood out over the crowd. It was amazing. And I know this probably is out of your control, but when you get inducted to the Hall of Fame?
I don't deserve to be in there. If it does happen, it would be as The Brood, but it was such a short-lived character and group thing, but it was iconic, and it's been lifelong lasting for me and changing for me, so I'm very blessed with it. But it would be The Brood, but it wouldn't be me. I don't deserve it, but I would love to do it as a Brood and go in as a Brood. That would be awesome.
Okay, well, coming from us fans, I'm going to tell you, you deserve it. You definitely deserve it. So, being a part of the Attitude Era, as you were, and one of the prominent figures in the Attitude Era, many consider that the greatest era of wrestling. How do you compare it to today's wrestling, and what did you like about it and not like about it?
Well, the Attitude Era, what I loved about it was like the Wild Wild West, but everybody was an experienced gunslinger. So in the Attitude Era, you just didn't have guys that popped in it. Very few. Edge, Christian, and a few other guys like Tess weren't around too very long, but most of those guys been wrestling 15 years and did time in the territories, territory days, or even 20 years, some of them 30 years. So they all had like a vast amount of knowledge and experience. And so if you're a younger guy, which was very few at the time, they would adapt you in really quick, and you would learn really fast, and it was a quick learning pool. So you got in there and you sank or swim, and you elevated you. Where to now, everybody has a limited amount of experience. There was no territories. They pick them from here and there, and then they throw them on TV right away. So I think that, in a way, kind of hurts it, and experience-wise, and to know what to do under fire and stuff like that. But I mean, that's the only difference. I mean, plus generational thing. Everybody watches action movies and video games, so wrestling's more accommodated to that and the high flying and stuff like that, which you would see in a video game or movies, where we were more story and character driven, big monsters and stuff like that. But it's still all cool. I still love it all. I still watch it.
We all still watch it. That's why we're here, because wrestling made us who we are.
Banging and banging, baby. Banging and banging.
This has been the Q for Comics Being Sci-Fi here with WWE legend and future Hall of Famer, Gangrel.